The state is requesting that after they've had their trial that you go to jail. It looks like you're laying down. Are you laying down, sir? Oh, he's trying to
unmute.
Okay, Mr. Munguia, are you trying to get your device unmuted so that we can do the hearing? All right. Okay, Mr. Munguia, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're going to get into a hearing in a moment. We're going to get on the record, and it's going to be a hearing to advise you of what your rights are. The state has filed a new lawsuit against you. It's a motion to revoke community supervision, and you may not know why we're having this hearing, so I'll just, in case you do, I'll just repeat it. The state is requesting that after they've had their trial that you go to jail. So whenever that is requested, the court must advise you of your rights. In this hearing, the state is not going to put on their case. That's not the time for that yet. Likewise, if you want to provide any sort of explanations as to the facts of the case, I'll stop you, and I'll go ahead and just continue with the hearing. Now, Mr. Munguia, it looks like you're laying down. Are you laying down, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I need you to sit up because you are in my virtual courtroom, so I need you to
I'm not feeling well right now.
You're
That's
not
why I'm laying
feeling. Okay.
I have a heart condition.
Do you feel well enough to have this hearing?
Well, I'm trying to get this done with so that way, so I'm willing to sit through it and listen. And
Okay. All right. Well, then at
that's
any
okay.
time,
I'm sorry.
I'm not on the
apologize.
record. Oh, I'm not on the record yet. So if any time during this hearing you feel like you need to stop, we can just set it for another time. Okay. I want to be sure that you understand what I'm about to tell you. It's very serious. So I just want to be sure that you can comprehend all of that.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
we are on the record in cause number D1AG 10002339, and this is a rights hearing for Mr. Glenn Munguia, and he is present on the screen. Before we got on the record, Mr. Munguia was advised of the purpose for the hearing. Also on the screen, we have Mr. Shukera, and he is appearing for the Attorney General's office. Mr. Munguia, if you could please raise your right hand so that I can get you sworn in. Do you solemnly affirm the testimony you will provide shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. I'm going to go over the allegations that have been filed against you. And you did let me know before we got on the record that you weren't feeling well. So if at any time you feel like we need to stop, just let me know. Okay, so there is an order that found you in contempt of court for failure to pay support. That order was done and signed by the referring court on March 30th of 2011. Within that same order, it appears that you were placed on community supervision for a period of 120 months. I don't believe the term has been extended. And so the term of your community supervision began March 21 of 2021. And yes, and it will expire. Oh, it has expired already. Okay. Then you were brought back to court on August the 27th of 2012, it looks like. And at that time, your community supervision or probation, that was revoked. And looks like, if I look at the order, it looks like you were reinstated. Yep, you were reinstated into the same community supervision as you were previously ordered. Okay. Now, the term of the commitment is 180 days in Travis County Jail. And there's also a what we call coercive contempt of $1,900. All right, so there's a new lawsuit filed against you, and that was filed on October the 2nd of 2013, over 10 years ago. All right, so I'm sure that you may not remember all the allegations, so let me go over it with you. So the state has alleged that when you were still on your community supervision, that you violated, once again, the terms of that probation. And the state is requesting that after they've had an opportunity to present their case, that you be found in contempt of the probation terms and that you be sent to jail. Now, I think you've already served some time. I know that you were probably arrested out of county recently. And you may have served 3 days, I think, from what I can tell. All right, because there's a possibility that you will be incarcerated after trial, you have certain rights. So you have the right to not talk to the Attorney General's office and say anything to them. You do have the right to be represented by a lawyer. And if you would like time to hire your own counsel, I will give you time to do that. But if you feel you cannot afford a lawyer, you may request that this court appoint an attorney for you. And you also have the right to have your hearing conducted in person so that you can confront any witnesses. It looks like if there's a phone, Ms. Hayes is appearing by telephone. Ordinarily, I would not allow a trial with a person appearing by phone, especially on something this serious, okay? So that's most of the time these hearings are conducted in person. Okay, so Mr. Munguia, you do have some options though. If you feel that you can represent yourself and act as your own attorney, you can waive your right to have a lawyer and talk to the Attorney General's office and with Ms. Hayes today to see if you can come to an agreement on this motion. But you're under no obligation to give up these rights that I've given to you and I've explained to you, but you do have that option to give them up. Okay. Do you understand your rights, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, as to the right to have a lawyer, what would you like to do? Hire your own attorney or request a court-appointed lawyer?
When I got arrested, the magistrate said that she would get one because I haven't worked because I'm disabled.
Oh, okay.
And-
Well, so you would like for the court to appoint an attorney for you?
Yeah, and when I talked to the young man in January, I told him, and he made note of that also.
Well,
And he also,
Mr. Munguia, it's a different court. So you were magistrated after the arrest, and so this is, I still would have to make a determination based on your responses. So let's just go into that. So you said that you're disabled. Are you currently receiving disability?
no, it's still under review with the Social Security Administration.
Okay, and when did you apply for that?
Last year when I got my defibrillator.
Okay,
But I was approved the year before.
okay,
That was like a 4-year process.
okay. And how did you lose your benefit?
I had to get rid of an annuity, and then they said that they had closed my case because it was with the union, and they kept fighting me about withdrawing it.
Okay,
So by the time I got taken care of, they said that my case was closed. So I moved to Mesa with my daughters and them because she wanted me to come because I've been having heart attacks and things. So I went with her, and then a job that I had before was simple. That's when I had in April of last year. That's when I went into VTAC and got the defibrillator. And then during the summer,
Mr.
my
McKeon,
boss didn't allow
Mr.
me to.
McKeon, I apologize for interrupting. Let me get out these questions so that there's a certain information that I need to get from you. Okay.
That's
All right.
fine.
So
I'm sorry.
you're in the process of applying for your disability through Social Security. When was the last time you had a full-time job?
Last year,
Okay. And what were you doing?
making rubber mats for a mining companies.
Okay.
I punched out squares and start on
And
school.
what, how long did you work with this company making rubber mats?
I want to say from June back to January.
So June of 2023 to the January of this year? Is that the time frame you're talking about?
Last year, I think it was. Yeah, it was last year. I'm sorry because everything's kind of mixed together for me sometimes
Okay,
on
so
the
you,
timestamp.
all right, so you were so just so I'm clear, you worked at this place at from June of what year?
I believe it was last year, to be honest with
2023.
you. Yeah.
Okay, and then you stopped working with them when?
No, I started in January and ended in June. But
Oh,
there was a hiatus in April,
uh-huh,
March and April when I had the defibrillator put in. And I
okay.
was out of work for a while. So now I don't know how long the period was, but I just went back without doctor's release.
How are you supporting yourself if you don't have you don't have income?
My friend Moses is taking care of me while I'm going through my rehab right now.
Okay. Now, I noticed that we have someone that has joined into our courtroom. This is someone named Dora Medrano. Is she one of your witnesses, sir?
No, I don't have any
You
witness
don't?
names.
Okay, I'm gonna just place her in the waiting room. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Munguia, so
It's
you have
Munguia.
you have someone that is helping support you. Are you receiving income from any sources?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I can't, I mean, I haven't gotten anything from disability and I don't have anything coming in from anything else. No annuities, no stocks or anything. So
Okay. There's a person that's been added again, Miss Medrano. Miss Medrano, how are you related to this case?
She's, Your Honor, she's not. She's on a different case.
Why is she still coming in? Who's letting her in?
I'll put her in the waiting room.
Whenever it's
Thank you.
Richard.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Munguia, let's see. So Ms. Karen, if you could help me, if we get interruptions like that, if you can address those for me, and you may need to remove that person again, because I'm trying to get through this hearing. I appreciate it. Okay, so Mr. Munguia, when you began living with your brother, when was that?
He's not my brother.
Oh, I'm
He's a
sorry.
friend.
He's a friend. Oh, okay, I misheard you. All right, and so does he provide all your support?
But I mean, he feeds me and
Uh-huh.
I do my laundry here and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
He gives me rights where I
Do you
need to
have
go.
any property that you can sell so that you can hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any anything in your savings so that you can hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you currently in bankruptcy?
No, ma'am.
Okay. How are you paying for your medical expenses if you're not working?
Map card.
MAP?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. All right, Mr. Munguia, I'm going to find that you are indigent, and I'm going to appoint an attorney for you. All right, so we have the next one on the list is Ramon Molinar, and Mr. Molinar will be your lawyer. We're also putting this case back on the docket. I've been told that the next date that we will be back in court for your case will be May 1st. And it will be set at 1 o'clock. Now, Mr. Molinad will need to have some way to get in touch with you, sir. So does Mr. Molinad, does the state, I'm sorry, does the state have have your permission to put your information on the order that has appointed your attorney?
I'm sorry. You talking to me?
Yes, sir, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to someone else because you were mentioning somebody's name like if you were talking to him.
Okay,
But
Mr.
yeah,
Munguia.
I'm good with it.
Okay, good. So Mr. Molinad is your court-appointed lawyer. There will be an order that will be prepared by the Attorney General. It'll have his name and his contact number. It will also have the new court date and time. And are you requesting that your hearing be conducted in person or by Zoom?
It's up to the courts.
Okay, Mr.
I
Shakur,
have no-
Shakur, or is the state objecting to the hearing being conducted by Zoom? Okay, Mr. Munguia,
It's Munguia,
Munguia, thank you.
Munguia, like
I need,
Munguia.
okay, I need to get from you if you're waiving your right to have your hearing conducted in person on the record, or are you requesting the hearing be conducted by Zoom?
Zoom is fine.
Okay, so you understand that you have the right to have your hearing conducted in person,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're waiving that right so you can have it conducted over the Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Shakur, does the state have any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Munguia, I believe that's a different date than May 1. Am I correct on that, Mr. Shukir?
May 1st at 1 p.m.
No, I think
Oh,
Mr.
correction.
Mr. Munguia, I know I'm mispronouncing it.
I know it's a hard name to say.
We come back on May 6th. That's a Zoom docket.
I think that works for us, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So, sir, you are you're ordered to appear over Zoom May 6th at 1 o'clock. Notice will be sent to your lawyer that he is been appointed, and he will get notification of when that hearing will be held. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. All right, anything else, Mr. Shukir?
Your Honor, could I get the spelling of the attorney's last name?
Molinar, Molinar.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and conclude the hearing. We're now off.